Mike in the building right now. Okay. Yeah, I'm still here.
We got everything.
I'm still here, I'm still here, I'm still here, I'm still here. Hey! I'm still here. Oh, 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 oh. I'm still here, I'm still here, I'm still here, I'm still here. MB and Rocco, we right here, we right here. I ain't playing. No, we ain't playing.
Yeah.
I ain't playing.
I'm still here. But they wanted me dead, yeah. Put money on her head, yeah. That's what my brother had said. That man ain't no killer, nah. Yeah, he was just scared, yeah. He know he was born to be led, yeah. And I was born to be a dread. They say I had pops, but all of them fled. Hit the gas hard cause they lights turning red. They eat, but they not getting fed. Cause of the hate, it's hard to break bread, yeah. I am the match for you. I get the crowd lit after you, yeah. That is what masters do. They say she a poet, now a rapper. And there he goes. There he goes again.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still here.
Mr. Sincere in the building. Can you hear me well? I'm not able to hear you.
There we go.
There we go. So welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in. Let me give you a hand clap really quick, okay?
I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are spirits, if you are tuning in, you are watching and listening to my First Amendment podcast, and I'm your host, Mz.Kiki Kamau, and we have an amazing special guest today, Mr. Sincere the Illest.
How y'all doing?
Thank you so much for being on the show, King. How you doing this afternoon? I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. Actually, it'll be water for me because I just woke up not too long ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just ready to get this ball rolling. I'm excited to have you here. I heard the new jam and everything. First and foremost, before we get started, really quick, I want to tell my spirits how we met. Because, my spirits don't know you, but, you and I met on Valentine's. It was a Valentine's Day event. So it was this year, February 14th. And I can't remember what it was called, but that's when you introduced us to your song. Was it side N-word?
Yeah, I had birthday wishes actually.
Oh, okay. Was it birthday wishes that you did?
Yeah, birthday wishes at that
point. Got you. And so then I saw you again at Poet versus Poet. So obviously, it was time for you to be on the show. So please let my spirits know who you are and where you from. And then also, definitely tie in the fact, all around who you are, because I know you are military as well. You mentioned that, and I saw it in your profile. So let the spirits know who Mr. Sincere the Illest is.
Well, let's fix this camera so that way we don't fall real quick. All right. So, as you said, y'all, my name is Sincere. For those of y'all that really want to know, that is my middle name because I get that, people ask me that, is that your real name? And I'll be like, that's my middle name. I go by my middle name. It's supposed to be my first.
I thought you made it up.
Right? Nah, I didn't make it up. It's actually part of my name. So I just wanted to be real, like real down to earth when I came out doing music. So I decided to, go with a name that, it's part of me instead of making something up and being someone that I'm not, I feel like when you're doing music, you got to be yourself and you need to express yourself. It's about self-expression. So making up another name and being somebody else ain't it.
Absolutely.
But as far as who I am, like I said, y'all, my name is Sincere. I'm an upcoming R&B hip hop artist. I'm here in Tampa Bay, originally from New York. I was born in New Rochelle, lived in Mount Vernon, New York for about, I want to say like 13, 14 years. Then I came down here, finished out high school, and now we are, it's been years now. I've been out of high school now for about 6 years and been in the military for 6 years now. So
nice.
It's been a long road.
Thank you for your service.
Hey, I appreciate your support. I really do.
Yes.
And it's been a long road, with doing this. And, when I came out professionally doing music, it wasn't until about 2019 where we got hit with COVID and everybody got locked in that I really started focusing in on, doing music. At first it started off as just, something I was doing to pass time because we were locked in the house and we couldn't go out.
Right.
And then I just began to be like, wow, maybe I should try to record a song. So I moved to a new location and ended up getting roommates, and all four of us wound up being music artists. So I was just like, this,
Nice.
I must have to be in the studio somehow, some way.
Yeah.
So we went to the studio one night. I recorded one song and haven't stopped since.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that, Sincere. That's amazing. The fact that you are a veteran, and then it just kind of seemed like God told you, hey, in 2019, like this is what we're doing. You know what I mean? The fact that you were able to be surrounded by that many talented people and you just kind of kick-started from there. I love that.
Yes, yeah, it was a dope experience. All of them, like I said, I didn't know what I wanted to do at first. Like, when it came to the genre, I was still trying to find myself because one of my roommates was like, he did like this pop kind of rap, and I was just like, let me try that, and so I was just trying different styles, and I wound up, I was like, man, I've been singing since I was younger, like I was on the choir. I'm a musician at heart, so I was like, I know how to do keys and all that. Look, and so it just felt natural for me to, try to sing, and so I opened up and sung on the track, and when I heard my voice, I was like, oh yeah, this is what I need to do. So let me go ahead and sing.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask you, because one of my questions that I had for you was, when did you realize that you wanted to be a rapper? So you don't really consider yourself a rapper per se, like you're more of like a hip hop artist because you rap and sing, or?
So I want to say I'm an artist overall because I don't just limit myself to R&B. I do rap, which is why that's part of the reason why my name is the illest at the end. I go by Sincere when I'm on a track where it's just me and I'm just doing vocals and just singing. But if I'm featuring with somebody and I have like a part that I'm rapping, I'll go ahead and have them feature me as Sincere illest.
That makes sense. Okay, I love that. I'm loving the way you set yourself up for success. So I have to ask you, my first question to you is, are you an independent artist? Because it seems like you got all your, your eggs and everything, all your ducks in a row.
Yes. So I'm an independent artist. However, I will say I do have a team of people that help me, and I found this team of people through this app called Fiverr. I'm sure you might know about it. I have a person that does my social media management, for like my Instagram and stuff, and then I have a person who I just recently brought on who will be doing all my YouTube promotion and all that. So, yeah. Before them, it was just me doing all that, and I had no problem doing it. I edit my own videos. I did all the content on my Instagram that you saw. Besides, like the actual like photo shoots and stuff, I don't do that. But
okay, and do you actually take professional photos? Because I saw all the photos, and I'm like, what is that? Like, are you married? Are you just like photos with a bunch of beautiful women? Like, what is that?
Right. I had to answer that question a whole lot of times. So just to put it out there, I'm not married. There's no rings. I promise you. So I'm not married, but I am a model. Outside of music, I'm a professional male model. I actually work with a company called Orpheus Unknown, and they're a company based out of UK, which is in London, actually. Yeah, so they're in London. Shout out to Orpheus Unknown, by the way. I'm waiting to receive your package. I can't wait. But yeah, I do model independently. It is a thing where I'm trying to, maybe get signed to an agency. I was working with this group called Majestic Models, ran by, it was ran by, I don't know her real name. She goes by Butter Rabbit, but it was ran by her.
Okay.
And, she kind of brought me out into the modeling scene. And she was just like, oh, this is a great idea, with how you are, like your image and all that with your music. She's like, yeah, you definitely would fit with this. So I tried it, and I've been going hard ever since.
Yes. So you hear that, Spirits? He is a artist. He is a model, and I'm sure so much more, because I've seen so many things on your Instagram page, and we're going to get into it. But I have another question for you.
What's going on?
Because you are an independent artist, Sincere, tell my spirits, because a lot of my spirits are very afraid. We have a lot of people that listen to the show that,
are aspiring to be an artist or an entrepreneur, whatever the case may be. And sometimes the fear of what success could look like as an independent artist scares them. So tell me some of the successes that you faced in this industry so far.
Great question, and I definitely will tell you. So I could just tell you off the bat, one of the things I've experienced with success so far, and this ain't even like with a music gain or financial gain. It's just been a success of getting myself out there, being comfortable with yourself. Like when you're doing this music business, a lot of people think, well, it's not even that a lot of people think. This business is just about being an entertainer for people. So you're entertaining people, but at the end of the day, you got to make sure that you love what you're doing and you love yourself for doing it. And I think that's been a big thing for me when I stepped out into the scene. At first when I was doing it, it was for other people,
Right.
but I just had to realize, like, no, I actually love doing music. Like, this is what I love doing on my free. Like, I find it, if you're not doing this on your free time, then it's not something you're passionate about. And it's brought me, like I said, it brought me out of my shell, because I can go back and show you a video of my first performance. I was definitely in my shell.
Yes, I gotta see that.
Yeah, I have the video. I still have it, and this is when they first brought me out. I can see the difference between that, even my style. From when I came out, like how I dressed, like even my style, just did a complete switch around, because I kind of just took this step into doing music like full time. So.
I love that. And that is so amazing, because a lot of people don't realize that you're going to grow. You can't just step out into this independent industry, or whether you are with a major record label, you can't just step out and be like, look, this is who I am and I'm not going to change. Like Madonna made it popular to continue to change and, adapt and grow. So I love the fact that you're letting them know that one of your biggest successes is that you became comfortable and you're developing who Sincere the Illest really is, or Sincere really is. So I love that. Thank you. Yes. So I know you said that in 2019, it really hit you. You were surrounded by talented people, your roommates and things like that. That's when you realized that you wanted to be like an artist. But you also said that you started singing a while ago. When did music really, when did you really get in touch or in tune with music?
Okay. Well, I've always, like, recently, I wouldn't say recently, but since I was young, I've always been into music. Like I said, I started off in the church. Everybody does. So I started off, in church. I was a musician. I played the drums and did a little bit of piano.
Nice.
But
can you still play those instruments to this day?
Yes, I actually can. You put me in front of a drum set, I mean, I'm gonna have you shouting. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay. There you go.
Play.
Drummer, nice. I'm loving it. And then you say you also play the piano too?
Yeah, just a little bit. I learned to play, a couple of songs by ear. I'm still like actually learning how to actually play, like reading and everything. That's a different level.
Nice.
Still learning how to get into that. But to your question, and to answer your question about when I really got into it, honestly, I really want to say, I can't say there's a time that I've really been into it, because it's always been in me. It's just that I needed it that time when we got locked in, because I was ripping and running, going around doing other things at that time, not focusing on music, because I was in college, I was playing ball.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I played ball for like a year, football.
Nice. Okay. What college did you go to?
It's a school. It's a small school in Illinois. It was called McMurray College.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, they closed it down now because due to COVID and everything, they had closed it down for budget cuts. But it was nice people there. Great experience. Not everybody could say, "Oh, I got to play college ball." I did.
Yeah.
So, I was focused on that. But like I said, when the pandemic hit and we were all locked in, that kind of just like channeled me. I was like, all right, well, you're in the house, you're not playing ball no more, because I gave that up.
Right.
So what are you gonna do now? And I was like, you're in the Army, you got that going, but like, what are you gonna do outside of that? Like, what do you want to do? So when I actually sat down and thought about it, I was like, well, you know what? Let me try, writing some music, writing some songs. I've seen everybody doing it on TikTok, making songs about COVID.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, let's try it. And I did, and I just been tight with music ever since. Like I really think that like I said, it's been in me. It's
Mhm.
just that I needed that time to be locked in, to be like, well, you know what? Let's bring it out.
I love that. I love that. So you did say that you have people behind you and being an independent artist. Do you plan on like eventually going to a major record label or company?
I do, but it's got to be right. It's got to make sense. A lot of artists today, when they sign the labels, they don't know what they're signing because
Mm,
they don't have the knowledge of the music industry.
right.
Me, I've been researching everything. I do a lot of homework on especially things like that because when I go to a label, it's
Hmm.
not going to be on terms of, hey, can you guys sign me because I need to be signed? I'm begging y'all. It's gonna be more so of like, I can do this without y'all or
Right.
with y'all. Y'all choice. I mean, we could be a partnership, and you can sign me because I can bring you things, but I don't need you to sign.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what we really all of us need to be doing. You know what I mean? When you step into those roles, you don't let it suck you dry and put you in a different like zone. You want to stay honed in on who you really are. So I love that. And you're letting them
Right.
know I can bring more to your table, not the other way around.
That part. I've had some of my friends just they'll ask me that like, yeah, man, you should send your songs to labels. Why should I send them? Because if they're not talking about something that is going to benefit me in any way, why would I do that? Because when you sign to a label, it's like if you don't have something from the get go to offer,
Hmm.
you're kind of like in debt to them.
Right.
And that's how a lot of these artists now that we look up to, like a lot of people don't even know, they been through hell with their label
Hmm.
because they didn't know when they first got in, like, oh, I gotta actually come bring something if I want
Right.
something in return. Like, yeah,
Right. Yeah, and then it's all about also too like investments too, like making sure that you're able to get that money and then flip it and have it work for you as well. So a lot of things that we don't know before we get into the industry. And I love that you're educating yourself and also building a team around you so that way when you get there, you're going to be secure and comfort in your spot. So you following your purpose, King. I'm loving it. So do you feel like this is your purpose, or do you feel like there's a bigger grand scheme behind your music industry and your modeling?
yes. I'd say like the purpose behind what I do with music and modeling
Mhm,
is I want to bring people together. Like even just like with my name, with it being sincere. I mean, sincere just
mhm.
needs to be true to oneself and like just honest in all forms.
I love
And
that.
that's kind of yeah, and that's kind of where I'm going with it. Primarily my music is based towards the ladies, but I kind of want to bring everybody together. Like I want you to when you turn a track on, or you watch me model,
Mhm,
or whatever one you do, I want you to feel like yo, this dude's passionate about what he's doing. And
mhm,
in turn of you feeling that I'm passionate, I wanted to make you passionate about what you're doing. Like
I love that.
whatever you're doing in life, I want you to be passionate about it. Like when you hear me on a song, I might be talking about love or whatever. I want you to be like, dang, I could hear the passion in his voice. It made me want to go hard.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, like you inspired me right off the bat when you hit me up and was like, listen, I know we I know we met each other a couple of times, but I want to be on the show and things like that. And you were so ready and you were so energized. I was like, listen, he's inspiring me to because I tend to procrastinate. I'm a Leo, so sometimes I'd be like, I'll do it tomorrow. But you were just like, look, we're doing this right now. And so like honestly, I think that if you inspire me, you're definitely inspiring other people out there. The fact that you are still in the military, so I was going to say veteran, but military service member, artist, you know what I'm saying, model, you're doing it all. And then are you still in school? Or you done? You finished?
No, I'm still in. I got about like 2 more years left. I got put behind a little bit because I was doing some army stuff. So, I put me behind a little bit, but 2 more years left. And yeah, man, I'll have my degree in criminal justice. So,
Hey, oh my goodness, so non-criminal. I mean, what else? So you plan on going further in criminal justice, or you don't have to talk about it, but
well, I do. It's just the thing is, I know where my heart lies, and my heart lies with entertainment. Like as far as the music and the modeling goes, I know I want to go places with that.
Mhm.
This is just like a side effect, basically. If something should not shake for me with music right then and there, I have a degree, and I'm like, okay, and I got my experience in the military, so I could be like, okay, let me get a job with a police department. Because
Mm,
before music, my dream, before I found out that that's what I wanted to do for real,
mhm,
my dream was to go to college, join the military, of course,
mhm.
and then from there get into the Secret Service.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, maybe you can play a Secret Service in a movie since you're a model. I'm sure you'll advance into all of that eventually.
Right.
With the military skills and all that, you'll be ready. So okay, I'm loving it. I'm excited and I'm gonna continue to watch you and watch your story and stuff like that. But I want to get into your music real quick before we run out of time, sincere.
Let's do it. Let's do
Um,
it.
you have two songs that I checked out. And, I've been checking you up and listening to you because I knew you were going to be on the episode. So I said, let me, read up on them. So you got two songs that I know so far. You got Birthday Wishes, and I don't like saying the N word, but you
You
got
can say SNA for the other one.
SNA. Okay, there we go. I love acronyms. Okay. So we got SNA as well. So what inspired those one SNA? Birthday Wishes, I understand, but like what inspired SNA?
Well, I told this story on the interview prior before
Mm-hmm.
with Riz Okima, so shout out to him.
Shout
If you
out
go
to
watch
Rizzo.
yeah, if you go watch his channel, he was like one of the first people that interviewed me. But he asked me the same question, and basically there's a story behind that song. And just to say what the story is, I'm not proud of it because I didn't know till it was like too late.
Uh-oh.
But there was this girl that I had, I had a crush on in high school, and I'm younger in high school. She was like a senior, I was a sophomore,
Mhm.
so I had a crush on her. Tried to approach her a couple of times, even though I thought I looked good in high school. I guess I wasn't her type.
Aw.
So, years passed by. This is like now I'm in the military, all that. I look different. I got a
Mhm.
better body, this, that, and the third. So I
Right.
see her one night, and she's like, "Oh my God, it's you!" And I'm like, "What do you?" I didn't think she remembered me, but I remembered her. So we
Okay,
started
like back then
talking.
you didn't want me.
Right, right. And so she saw me now. She's just like, "Oh my God, it's you!" And I'm like, "Yeah." And this is like during the time of before I wrote my first single, which was the SNA.
Okay.
She didn't know I did music,
Yeah.
but long story short, we started hanging out, we talked, and then it just so happened we wound up sleeping together, and we were sleeping together for a couple times. And so what happened was one night when she came over to my place,
Mhm.
we got out the bed. I saw her phone lighting up, and like someone on the phone, the name popped across the phone. It was like hubby. So I'm like, what the hell's going on?
But
Like we weren't together, but I'm
right.
just like, like what is this? So
It's
I
the
bought it to her.
principle. Right.
Right. So I bought it to her. I'm like, yo, like who is hubby? Like you got somebody calling your phone named hubby. Like who is this? And she's like, oh yeah, I've been meaning to tell you, because she was like a deer caught a headlight. She couldn't really lie. So
Right.
I've been meaning to tell you, that's my husband, this, that, and the third. Like we getting a divorce though. And
But
I'm like, I knew she had kids because she had already told me. I was cool with that. But I
right.
didn't know she was like married. And then
Right.
what made it worse is I felt like real bad because her husband was in the army. So that's like a brother. You know what I
Oh
mean?
my good, but you didn't know him though.
Yeah. I didn't know him though.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
just
no,
the
no.
fact that he was in the military,
Of
and
course. When we
we
all
we
serve, yeah, we're all connected for sure.
right. So
Yes.
I felt bad. I'm like, yo, like, you wasn't gonna tell me. And she was just like, I mean, we're getting a divorce. It's at the final stages. He just needs to sign this paper. And so after that, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of just started falling back because I'm just like, yo, I kind of was like your side nigga this whole time. Even though you told me there wasn't no man, I was cool, but
Right.
like you didn't let me know that it was to that extent. So,
Yeah.
kind of stopped dealing with her after that, and we wrapped up. She actually blocked me not too long ago. I guess she still followed me and then realized that
I was
she
gonna say, does she know about these questions? Like, I would block your ass too. Like,
she
no,
yeah
I
she
would block
blocked
you
me.
too.
But I will say, I want to thank her for the experience,
Yeah.
because without her experience, I wouldn't have been able to write that song. Because that's basically what I was talking about in the song. Like basically when the words like, call me your side nigga because I'm in love with your figure. I
Hmm.
was basically describing like, all right, yeah, like because I loved how she looked. Like that's one of the reasons why I had a crush on her in high school.
Right.
She had like banging body.
Yeah.
Um, and even when she got out of high school, she still kept her shape. So
Right.
that's what I was referring to in the song. I even described it in the song. If you listen to it, I was like 5'6", slim, thick Puerto Rican. That was her.
Okay. I love that. No, listen, I love the song. The song was definitely banging. I love the beat. You definitely choose like really good tempo and all that. So I can see the success definitely happening for you for sure. Yes.
I appreciate it. I really do. I
Yes.
really do.
Right before you go though, I had another question because I know we're running out of time here. Is there anybody in particular that inspired you to follow your purpose and just say like, hey, keep it going and don't stop? Like, who is that person for you?
Well, there's like two different people. One is like a regular person, and one is a celebrity. Um, my first and foremost, it would be my family. It's not even just one person. It's just my family in general. We done been through hardships. Like, I was at one point, because I'm from New York, like I told you, and at one point we were living in shelters at one point for like 4 years up there. In and out of shelters. Being in and out of homelessness for like 4 years up there, and that was a tough time because I was in middle school at that time,
Yeah.
and I just wanted to do something to get my family in a better position, which is why I took sports so serious in school. And so just having that thought of, yo, you came from being in shelters, man, to doing what you're doing now, it just inspired me because, like, the kid I was back when in 2012 is way different from the man I am in
Yeah.
2023. So that inspired me. And then, the celebrity I was talking about is Michael B. Jordan. The
You
reason
kind of look
why,
like him.
you know what, I got that in high school a little bit. Like, I used to, because I rock fades a lot, even before the military, and they were just like, oh, you act like him. I was like, I guess we'll go with it.
Was he
Um,
so?
yeah, we'll go with it. So he inspires me, and the reason why is just because in spite of everything that he has going on, which is not a lot, but just in recent light, with the whole red carpet situation he had and all that, he just like he's just motivational, man. Like, he just one of those people who always gets up, get after it. He doesn't let nobody knock him down. I really, applaud that, especially in like a man figure, because if you're in some kind of role model, you know, role, and you need to make sure that people are able to follow you. And he's definitely doing a good job of that. I gotta say, it's my dream one day to work with him in a movie.
Hmm.
I would love to. Like, yo,
That would be
if
nice.
he can get me in a movie, I would definitely do it.
Listen,
Like
you
Creed
keep
or something.
manifesting it. You keep manifesting it. It's gonna happen for you. That's what it's all about. So just keep putting it into fruition. It's coming.
No, no, it really is. So those are my inspirations right there. If there's any other, if you got room for one more question, you definitely, I'll answer.
I have room for one more question. I just don't want it to cut you off. But if you could give any tips to any of my, because I know you help a lot of, I was watching your Instagram. And I know you can help um, artists with getting like paid to perform and things like that. So if you have any tips for my artist or entrepreneur aspiring, what would it be for them?
Three important things. One, know your goal. Know where you aiming. That's the first thing. Without an aim, without a goal, you might as well just be out here wandering mindlessly. So know where you're going. Number two, then this is really important. This is an army value. Inspire others with what you do. If what you're doing is not inspiring other people, then make sure that whatever you're doing, make sure wherever you're doing is building generational wealth. Stop looking at the short term wealth. Look at generational wealth. You want to be able to, die peacefully knowing that your family's taken care of and you left something behind for them so they don't have to struggle.
For sure. I love that. Those are really amazing three good tips. And it doesn't look like they're going to cut you off. So, do you have anything else that you want to say, Sincere, that I didn't catch? I know we said that you're in the military. We did mention that. We said that you were been in there for 6 years. But what was your job? Where's your job description? Really quick, let the people know.
Yeah. So my job description is a 91 Bravo. Shout out to all the 91 Bravos out there.
Hey.
That is a wheel vehicle mechanic. I gotta
Okay.
say I do love my job. I do work on. I've worked on cars outside the military. I was actually a mechanic for Toyota before, but you know,
Nice.
I quit doing mechanic work right now just because one, you kind of get underpaid out here unless you're like working at like a really really big dealership, and then two, you know, I just figured there's other things that I can do right now. What I do while I'm in school, I'm a sales a business manager with AT&T, like a business sales rep manager for AT&T. Um, and what I do is basically manage all the business accounts, like people's business accounts. If you have a business account with AT&T, like I manage your business account. As
Nice.
far as like your phones and devices and all that. Yeah, I'm the guy you got to talk to basically to get all your stuff hooked up and to make sure that we sending out text to your place to get things hooked up for you. So yeah, you got to go through me for all that.
Okay, nice. Well, you are a busy man. I don't know if you have anything else, but we only got a couple of seconds left. So I do want to say thank you so much. And if you want to be back on the show, Sincere, you know, it's open game. You know, I love having you. I love talking to you. It's a great conversation. So
Well,
definitely
yeah,
come back.
I definitely would love to be back on the show. Since you said we got a couple seconds, real quick, y'all can find me on Instagram at every platform at sincere_DA_ILLEST, the illest. All right. And I appreciate you
Yes.
for having me today. I really do.
Thank you so much, King, and thank you for being on the show as well. I appreciate you for pushing me on getting this thing done. So thank
I
you.
think I made that very clear.
No problem. We'll definitely talk again soon.
Okay.
Yes. Enjoy your day. It's a
I'm
wrap.
still here, I'm still
You
here,
too.
I'm still here, I'm still here.
Bye.
Hey.